Right now, you're just at the beginning of something. I think that could be pretty big. Don't you? Don't you? How do you guys think yourself about it?
Well, we've had the album for a long time. We recorded it in June, July this year, and we're so proud of it. It's the proudest moment of my life, and I think the other guys as well. And all of our friends and family love it, and people we work with love it. And obviously, the next step is to release it and see what everyone else thinks of it. And hopefully, if they love it as much as we do, then it will do well, and we'll do well. And fingers crossed that will happen, because I'd really love to have a career and be able to make 5, 6 albums, and yeah.
Yeah, but besides the fact that I really think this album won't. I mean, this will sell. It's really easy because it's a great one, and I've heard it quickly on a data stream. What I also think is great is you guys can keep it to yourself for such a long time, because you finished it in the summer, and right now we're almost in 2009, and there are a lot of people waiting for it.
Yeah, well, that wasn't necessarily our decision, I don't think. I mean, we'd have been quite happy to get it out there earlier on, but looking back on that decision, it was a good one. And we wanted to build a fan base, and we wanted to make sure that people didn't think we were getting an easy ride. We wanted to work hard to connect with people all over the world before we release the album, and play to as many people as we possibly can. And it's been a really good experience. And also it means that when the album comes out and maybe we start playing slightly bigger shows, who knows, we'll have that experience, and we'll be able to build on it, and we'll be able to make fantastic shows and play to people and impress people, and that's what we really want to do.
It's important for you guys to keep a sort of a grip on the amount of shows, the size of the shows, etc. So, do you want to, guys, if the possibility is there to change from playing clubs to stadiums, is it something you would say no to, or would say, well, maybe we gotta wait for another year?
I don't think you can step up and play stadiums until people are ready to see you play in a stadium. Enough people want to go and see you play live. But we've played a big mixture of shows this year. We've played some really small club shows, really tiny venues, and then we've played some bigger shows, especially at the festivals. We played on some bigger stages. And both experiences are really great and really good for any band, and the shows are great in different ways. So I wouldn't be bothered where we ended up, really, because they're all great in different ways, and yeah, just looking forward to playing, and I'm sure we'll be doing that a lot in 2009.
That's something really fun to know right now, because if you release an album in the beginning of the year, you know you can play for until January 2010 at least. How are the reactions from? I mean, I've read some stuff about you in the English papers, etc., and most of them are just ordinary positive. How do you expect it will be in January? Because you never know in British press, do you?
Well, we'll have to wait until the album gets reviewed and we see the album reviews in newspapers and magazines. Fingers crossed they'll like it, but you can never tell. You can never tell with the British press, especially, because they can like something 1 minute and then 2 weeks later they'll turn around and leave you in the gutter. And it's a tough one, but the reactions so far have been really great and have been really positive, and we feel good about it. So,
how are you guys doing in the British music crowd? I mean, with all other bands from England, because the last few years there were quite a lot of English bands growing, and then in the end ending up playing everywhere in the world on large stadiums. How are your connections to that? Are you connected to the network already? Or?
I don't know, actually, because in terms of new music in the UK and also in America, I think it's more. There's a lot of female singer-songwriters, a lot of single female singer-songwriters who don't have bands, and there's a lot of pop music, and there is no. I mean, there's lots of new bands that we love, but there is no band at our stage at this time. I don't think there's no new bands coming through, really. So that's good for us, and hopefully we can be that next band that builds itself up and tours the world. But we'll have to wait and see.
And one of the great things for you guys is you gotta play it yourself. I mean, it's music to play, and not music just to push a button and then act like you're playing on stage. I mean.
Yeah.
You're a live band.
Yes, definitely. we try and play live as much as we possibly can in every situation, and we also try never to strip it back. And we don't like playing acoustic shows. We don't like playing, so we always full band, full on live. Yeah.
I think your music isn't even really ready. It isn't really made for playing acoustic because I think you will just kill all the soul in it.
I think a lot of the good parts of our songs and our music will be lost if we played it acoustically. I think some of the best parts of the keyboard parts for a start, and that's all very electric, and and the drum beats are great, and so yeah.
Well, you never know what will happen though over the next few years.
Maybe we'd have to do something very interesting for it to work. I think it wouldn't just be on acoustic guitars because that's so easy.
What do you hope will happen in the next year? Because you played Jules Holland already. You did on the English bass. You did everything you can do promotional wise, but also playing clubs, playing in some larger shows, etc. But what are your hopes for 2009?
Well, we've already realised one of them. We've picked up the NME tour, the NME Awards tour in the UK, which is a big tour and it's broken a lot of bands. And we're really looking forward to that. And we hope that we can win people over on the tour and play to people also who've bought the album and want to come and see us play. Other than that, just build it into something that we can then go out and play our own headline show, big headline shows, and people come and sing every song, and it's the same with every band. I think it's just hoping that you can start to make a career out of it and start to see people really connecting with your music and coming down to the shows, and that's what we hope.
I hope so too. Well, good luck with all the hard work which will come to you in 2009. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're not getting much time off, definitely.
Okay, great. Thanks for this interview.
Thank you very much.